So first, initially when first from scratch implementation goes on, when a company wants to implement SAP,
Hmm.
they have to do first thing, which is to structure their own enterprise in the system.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So how do they structure their enterprises? Outside SAP, they will have the structure. And the structure can be tree-like structure, hierarchical structure. Like, for example, one company will be there. Like last time, as we discussed.
Mm-hmm.
So last time we discussed something like this. So we had one company like Walmart. Then this is the group of companies or parent company. Okay,
Hello.
but you can hear me?
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. Yeah, it was like bit of block in between. Yeah.
Okay, so when a company from scratch wants to implement SAP, they will have to draw the structure of the company in the system.
Mm-hmm.
So first, this is a group of companies which is Walmart.
Right.
Under this Walmart group of companies or parent company, they have one company in Canada,
Mm-hmm.
one company in maybe US,
Hmm.
one company in maybe India.
Right.
So this parent company or group of companies is called company in SAP language.
Company.
In SAP, this group of companies is called as the
Company. Okay. 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 Main
company.
company. Like
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, main company can call it
We
like.
can say it's a parent company. Yeah, as you said, right?
Okay,
Parent
yeah.
company.
But in
Okay.
SAP, we will not use parent company or group of companies term. We will use only company. So when I say
Oh.
company means this
Hmm.
thing only.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Then in every country where this group of companies is going to operate their business, they will create or they will register one company, like one company in Walmart Canada, one company in Walmart US, one company in India.
Right.
This is going to be called as company code.
Course. Okay. Okay.
Okay, this is one more company code. And again, this is one more company code. This
Okay.
company needs financial statements for all of these altogether. That is called consolidated financial statements or consolidated reporting,
Right.
right?
There.
But this company will prepare accounting only for Walmart Canada. This is going to prepare only for Walmart US because
Correct.
doing business is US only, right?
Hmm.
And this is going to do in Walmart India. Now, so what here this says, I will just cross this. Okay. Now, this says what company is? Company is just ignore the smallest word. Company
Hmm.
is the organizational structure for which individual financial statements can be drawn up according to the relevant commercial law.
Hmm.
Group of companies in SAP is called as a company, and
Hmm.
a company can consist of one or more company codes. As we
Correct.
saw here,
Hmm.
one company can have this one company can have one or more company codes,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
So, for
now,
example, sorry, I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
want to just since I understood, I think is right that okay. For example, I was working for a company called DG Canada, where their head office was in Japan, and they have 34 countries. They have a company called DG America, DG US, DG Singapore. So those are company codes, right?
Yes,
And
perfect.
the
Very
Japan
good.
one is called company.
Yes,
Okay,
Japan one is
okay,
the company and other are rest.
right.
All 30 are the company codes. Okay.
Okay, I got.
Now, this company we are going to define the system, or defining or creating is the same thing. I will say I'm going to create company in SAP or I'm going to define company in SAP. It's the same thing.
Mhm.
So
So
first,
individual company, right? Like Walmart Canada, individual company or one main company?
no, see that is company code. I'm not saying about company code. Now we will use company means this, company code
Okay,
means
okay, okay, okay.
okay. So when I
Mhm.
create a company or when I define a company, I'm
Mhm.
defining this thing, which is parent
Mhm.
company, okay, or DG Japan, what you said, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So first time when you use your login and password, And when you enter on SAP, you will get this screen. Okay, this screen is called as the home screen or easy access screen. Okay.
Then we define the company, right?
No. Whenever first time when you log into the system, you will get this screen.
Okay, this is the main screen when as soon as I log in.
Like I come to this place, I will click on connect and then I will apply. I will use my username and password, for example, this and this. Okay. When I enter, I will get this screen, which is the main screen or home screen or easy access screen.
Okay, easy access. Now I'll use the same term so that way it's yeah.
Okay. So whenever we log on, we get easy access screen or home screen like this. But this screen is used by the employees of the company or users or end users of the company.
Okay, so this easy access screen is for user.
User, very good. And we have to go to the back side of the screen so that we can do our customization. Okay, so how do we go to backside? We will use some transaction codes or shortcuts. So this place is called the transaction bar, this one. So here, whatever transaction you want to put, you can put the transaction, then you will enter. So here I am going to write SPRO. We will do the practical, don't worry, I'm just explaining through the screen. Okay. I will type SPRO and then I enter. Once I enter, I get this screen. From here, I go to one button which is called as SAP Reference IMG. IMG means what? IMG means implementation guide.
Okay.
Okay. This is your guide for the implementation of SAP. So whatever implementation you want to do, you will always and always go to this page, which is SAP Reference IMG. So you will click on Reference IMG and you get this screen. And this is called Display IMG, means Display Implementation Guide. This is your main screen. For users, that was the screen easy access. For you, this is the main screen. Because you will do customization, implementation, configuration on this screen. Users cannot do anything. They don't have right to do anything. They cannot create company or company code, right? They can just make the payment to vendors, customers, and things like that. They can put it transactions. Okay. So we have to define our company. Defining a company comes under which module? Enterprise structure. Today we are discussing one topic which is called as enterprise structure. We are structuring our enterprise system. And the first step in order to structure the enterprise is defining the company. Okay. So here you see enterprise structure folder. You will click on this arrow and it will extend the folders for you. And then from here enterprise structure, you go to definition because you are going to define something. When you click on definition, you will see financial accounting because you are defining company is a financial accounting part. So you will click on here. You will click on financial accounting and then you execute. This clock you see, every file or every step has clock before this, right? So whatever step you want to execute, you will just click on the clock. Like I will click on this green clock and I will see this screen for defining my company. I want to define my new company. So I will go to new entries. Okay, so when I click on new entries, I get screen like this. Here I need to provide the details of my company, like Walmart and the name of my company and street, PO box, country, language key, all these details I will provide. Individual entry is like this. Company is one field. Company name is one field. Name of the company too is one field. Similarly, street is one field. PO box one field. Postal code one field. City is one field. So every entry.
So these are all fields. Okay.
All these are called fields. Okay. When we from now onwards, when I say field means these kind of things, right? So you will put the values for your company and then you will enter and save, and this is how you define your company. Second, under this company, I will create different company codes. Now the question is, what is company code? Right? Through an example, we know this is the company code, but to understand the definition, the smallest organizational unit of financial accounting for which a complete set of self-contained financial statements can be drawn up for the purpose of external reporting. Means basically this theory wants to say that any financial statements you want to prepare, the minimum structure is going to be for this company code, right?
It is a company code.
Yeah. Why do you want to create financial statements? For the purpose of external reporting. For this also, this company code, this is the minimum structure or lowest organizational unit for which you are creating self-contained set of financial statements. Why? For the purpose of external reporting. This also external reporting. Okay. So this is called company code. So how do we define company code? You again go to IMG screen, then you go to enterprise structure, then go to definition. From definition, you go to financial accounting. Same step, same menu path, which we used for defining a company. This is defining a company. Just below this, I have this highlighted one, edit, delete, edit, copy, delete, check company code, right? Here, I want to define my company code. So I will execute through the clock this folder or this file, edit, copy, delete, check company code. Once I execute, I get this screen. Here I have two options. One is copy, delete, check company code. Second is edit company code data. Copy, delete, check company code. I will explain. Okay, let me explain now. So copy, delete, check basically means what SAP has done. SAP has done very smart work. What for every single step, every single customization, SAP has created its own templates, so that you don't have to create everything new. Try. It's like you want to create your resume of SAP consulting, and you don't want to create it from scratch, because we both have same qualification, same experience. So what you will call me that, okay, can you please mail me your resume, and once I mail you my resume, you will change personal details like your name, address, phone number, your education stuff, and experience will be as it is, because this is what we share. It's same for us. So what you did, you created your resume, but you didn't create new, you copied it.
Right. Format is there, like some data needs to be changed.
Perfect. So similarly, when you want to copy company code from system defined standard company code, if you want to use, we can just copy that templates and try to make necessary changes, personal changes, and then we can start using this company code. But if you want to create new, we go to edit company code data. You will double click on edit company code data, because we are going
to create a new.
Because we are going to create new company code, right? Everything from scratch will do. So you will double click on edit company code data. You get this screen. Here, what we are going to do, we are going to define new company code. So I go to new entries. Once you are on this screen, you provide the details of your company code key, your company code name. Company name means which company name? This company name. Not this one, this company.
Walmart Canada, I can say.
Because this is the company code, but in financially, this is your company, right? So this is the company name, but this company is the company code in SAP terminology. So you will put here your company code key, whatever key can be 001, 100. I will tell you what we can use, anything we can use. Okay. Then you put the key and the name of your company, and then city, currency, language, all these things you put.
So name what I can say, like Walmart Canada, right? That's a branch. Walmart India, like as I create new.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Then you will try to save. Once you try to save, system will ask you, this is well. Means provide a little more information for your company code, like your title, is it a company, Mr., Miss, what it is, the name, and then different fields. All these are different fields, right? Some fields are required, some fields are not required. Means now you don't have to fill everything. Whatever you want to fill, you can fill. And anytime you want to come back to the screen to update the company code information, you can come back and update it. So what is required? See, every time for against any field, when you see checkbox like this, that means this field is required. This checkbox is for this country. That means country field is required. You need to provide your country information.
Mm-hmm.
So here, whatever country you are creating this company code for, you can put the country name, country like for Canada, India,
Mm-hmm.
US, Australia, whatever it is. Put the country and then you enter. Enter, either you can enter, hit enter button, or you can click on this green arrow. This is the
Mm-hmm.
enter button for SAP.
Mm-hmm. That is the enter button.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Enter or continue, it's the same thing. Okay. Then you enter, and
Oh,
this is how you have defined your company code. So far, we've done two steps. One is company and then is company code.
oh. Mm-hmm.
But
So
now the
first
issue,
we created company, first
yeah,
thing, and then we created company code. So
yeah,
in enterprise structure, we created like a two options. Like we went to company code and company.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But now the problem is this is individual identity, individual unit, independent unit.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, this company code is also independent unit. They don't know each other so far. They don't
Correct.
have any connection. So we need to make some connection.
Mm-hmm.
We need to tell them
Mm-hmm.
that this company has this company code.
Mm-hmm.
We have to do this, which is assigned.
Assign company to company code. Okay.
Okay, so let's go and do it. So
Mm-hmm.
again, the same screen, IMG screen, enterprise structure, assignment. Because definition part is done, we are going to assign something. So we go to assignment. Assignment, we are doing financial accounting. So go to financial accounting, and here you have to execute assign company code to company staff. You
Mm-hmm.
execute, you get this screen. All these are different company codes and stuff. You need to search your company code. So how do you search? You can click on this position button.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, click on position button. You will see your system will ask you your company code key. You provide your company code number and then you enter.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I will put 9900 for example, and I will enter. The system will give the information on the first line item like this.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my company code. With this company code, I have to attach my company. So here, the yellow one, I will put my company, whatever company key I had used.
Mm-hmm.
For example, it's 9900, so I will put 9900. I will enter and save. Now, this company has integration or company is assigned with the company code.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you will enter and save.
So this 990 is our main company's code, right?
Main
990.
company, main this one. 1 minute, I will explain to make it easy. So this was 9900
Mm-hmm.
and this was 9901.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what we did was we assigned with 9901, we assigned 9900.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, business area. What is business area? Organizational unit of financial accounting that represents a separate area of operation. Separate area of operation can be plant wise, geographic location wise, product wise, as we discussed in our last session.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, or responsibilities within an organization to which value change is recorded in financial accounting. Just theory part, no need to worry about this theory.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can create financial statement for business areas and you can use these statements for internal reporting purpose. Like what is happening in my plant, I will create one business area. What's happening in my product, specifically product, iPhone XR, iPhone
Mm-hmm.
XS,
Mm-hmm.
and different which products,
Mm-hmm.
iPad and
This business area can define as either by product business running, by department business running, right? By
product wise, geographic location wise, yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever client wants, we can do. Whatever
Mm-hmm.
client wants, I want to define business area for this product, we can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Client says for this location, we can do it. For this plant, we can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do we define business area? We go to IMG screen. We are
Mm-hmm.
still doing enterprise structure, so we go to enterprise structure. Then we go to
Mm-hmm.
definition because we are going to define business area. Then from defining, we go to financial accounting, and highlighted one is the define business area. You will execute this and you get this step.
Mm-hmm.
Here we have to define a new business area. You go to new entries, enter, you get this screen. See, then my client says, I want, please create 5 business areas for my 5 plants.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And every business area gets a key as well. So my plant number 1, plant 1 business area 9910, 9920 plant number 2, 9930 plant 3, 9940 plant 4, 9950 plant number 5. This is how I can create my different business areas.
Mm-hmm.
how do we use, where do we use, we'll learn everything in coming sessions. Okay. Once it's done, you will enter and save. You have defined a business area. So far we have done company, and the structure of the company was, what we have done so far is this. We defined one company, under which we defined one company code, then we defined one business area. I mean 5 business areas, right? Now comes what? Credit control area. We have already discussed what is credit control area, which is used to monitor the credit of our customers. Right? How do we define credit control area? Again, go to IMG screen, enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, and define credit control area. Execute through the clock. You get this screen. New entries, because new credit control area, new entries. Provide the information for your credit control area. Only 2 things you need to provide. One, the key of your credit control area and the currency of credit control area. Enter and save. That's it.
Okay.
Once credit control area is defined, now it needs to be assigned to your company code. Anything now we are going to create, we will always assign it to our company code, because we will do financial accounting for individual company codes. We are doing financial statement for this, then for this, and this for this. But suppose for example you are working in Canada, so you will do accounting only for this thing, right? Not for US and India. So whatever organizational units or elements you create, you will assign everything to this company code. Okay, so we are defining credit control area. Now this same thing needs to be assigned to your company code in the next step. So how do we do? IMG screen, enterprise structure, assignment, because definition part is done. Assignment, financial accounting, assign company code to credit control area. Execute. Here we have to assign to our company code. How do we assign? I want to search my company code. Again, go to position, type my company code and enter. System will search and it will give you your company code at the first line. With your company code.
So these numbers will pop up once we create all the company codes, which I created before, right? Whatever company codes I had created, those will pop up here, and that I have to assign the credit control code.
Yes, credit control area, right? Okay.
So these numbers, credit control numbers, we have to create, right? We have to create a new series of number.
Only one. See, no, 1 minute. So I created one company code, and one for this company code I created one credit control area, which is 9901. Now your question is, what is all these things, right? Right.
9901 is a company code, right?
9901, this is company code. With this company code, you are assigning your credit control area, which is 9901 here.
So that both are same?
No, see, 1 minute. So see, your company code is 9901. Okay. This is one step which is done and saved. Next step we did credit control area. Okay. I gave the same code 9901. You can give different as well. Whatever code you want, it's up to you. You can give any code you want. Basically, you get the code from the client. So client gives you everything.
Oh, okay.
This is the information which is given to you by the client. So my client says, okay, my company code is 9900. Give the same code 9900 for company code, credit control area as well. So use 9900. In the next step, assign company code to credit control area means assign 9901 company code to 9901 credit control area.
Okay.
If my credit control
area, numbers are given by client. No, we don't have to generate or create.
You have to do customization only. Information will be given to you by the client only, because they have to use everything, right?
Okay. My understanding was like when we create a new chart of account, we always enter new number, right? So I thought we as a consultant has to create new number.
Oh, no, we have to define everything, but information they will give in the document, they will give complete information, what code they want. Maybe if client says, okay, 8800 is my credit control area. So here, instead of 9901, 8800.
Okay, fine.
Okay, yeah. So once, and all this you can see are the different company code stuff information. Like you are one student, you are one participant. Like you, we have many participants. Everybody is creating their company code and they're trying to practice. So all these are different participants company code information,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So once we are done with the assignment of credit control area to company code, enter and save. Come out of the screen, and this is what we have done so far: defining company code, assignment of company to company code, business area, credit control area, and assign credit control area to company code.
Mm-hmm.
Now we are going to do the practical.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1 minute.